Hi guys, welcome to class 12, and I am feeling a bit tired tonight. I think I look at it as well on the screen, and my back is a little bit sore because I was a bit overzealous with the home gym stuff. So I am going to do a nice stretchy class now. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so we're just going to get started. You guys can see me. Yeah, just have to move this. Okay, so feet are on the mat in front and up nice and tall on the mat. We're just going to spend this first minute or two checking in with your posture. So opening up your chest, drawing your shoulder blades down and in at the back. Neck is really long, looking for that space between your neck and your shoulders. Sorry, your ears and your shoulders. And then we're going to pop one hand on the chest and one hand on the bump. And we're going to do our deep belly exercises, so our deep breathing exercises, breathing down into the bump. So at every inhale, you're going to feel your bump push into your bottom hand. And then with every exhale, hugging your bump in. Inhale long and wide. Exhale. Inhale long and wide. And exhale. So as you exhale, just blowing away any tension, any pressure, any stress, and stay with that as you breathe in and out. With each breath cycle, trying to slow your breath down, introducing that slight pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. And then on every exhale, actively hugging your bump in, and then thinking about also lifting the pelvic floor. So drawing in the pelvic floor, starting at the back passage, bringing it up and forwards towards the front. And staying with that breath. Inhale long and wide. And exhale. And then we're just going to do 2 arm circles together. Breath in. And out. Let's do one side only. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And together. Chest openings. Inhale. And then exhale as you sweep the arms together. Push out through the hands, interlinking the fingers, chin to chest as you round across the upper back, tucking your tailbone under as well. And then inhale, opening up the chest, extending the wrists. And then exhale, sweeping forward, rounding across the upper back, chin to chest. And then reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, side bend over to one side, side bend over to the other side. We're just going to do one more on each side. Side bend and side bend. And then we're going to come down for our roll downs. Inhale, move shoulders circle back. Exhale as we roll down. Inhale, stay. Exhale as you stack back up, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck and head. Mermaids then, breath in. Exhale. Inhale as you switch. Exhale as you reach, reach, reach. Good stuff. We're going to do the same, but rotate your chest towards the ground and reach further. You just get a little bit more then into your lats, okay, that big muscle at the back of your trunk. So you lengthen and then rotate your chest to the ground, reach further, and back to center. Inhale as you roll down, and then exhale. Exhale as you roll down. Inhale, stay. And then exhale as you stack back up. Arms across the chest. We're going to do some rotations. Breath in. And then as you exhale, inhale. And exhale. Just one more on each side. And back to center. Okay, from there, we're just going to do some nice big rolls. Inhale as you go around to the back, and then exhale as you roll forward to the front. Hugging your bump in then as you roll forward to the front. So hugging your bump in, and then releasing it. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and release it. Inhale as you go around to the back. Exhale as you roll forward to the front. Inhale as you go around to the back. Exhale as you roll forward to the front. So well done. Okay, from there, we're just going to do a little hamstring stretch on the ball. So we're going to roll forward all the way down. And then we're just going to walk our hands forward as far as the bump kind of permits. And reaching with your arms. And then you're going to feel a big stretch up the legs. But if you can just push the ground away, so it's like you're pushing the ball away. Hold that stretch. And let go. And again. And let go. And again. And let go. And one more. And let go. Coming back up, and we're just going to stack up again. And then we're just going to bring our arms up towards the ceiling. Just going to do a little rib glide here, lengthening all the way through one side of your trunk. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Gliding your ribs up on that side, and then swapping over. Reach, reach, reach. Same thing this time, but just press the palm of your hands all the way into the ceiling. Press, press, press. And then the other side. Press, press, press. And back down. Okay. Okay, so from there, we're going to pop up into standing. And we're just going to do a little stretch for our hip while we have the ball here. Okay, so the ball is to one side, and I'm going to get you to step forward. Actually, I'm just going to do this side so you can see. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to step forward with the opposite leg and come down into a lunge position. Okay, so in this position now, I'm just going to uncurl the toes behind, step forward with the forward leg, and then I'm just going to press forward at my hips. So pressing forwards, and then receiving that stretch at the front of the hip. Well done. And then from there, we're just going to add in a little side bend. So we actually have to move the ball over to the other side. And we're just going to keep the arm in line with the trunk, reaching it over. all the way over and back. Okay. Now we're just going to swap legs, so we can move the ball actually around to the other side. Swapping legs. Bring the other leg forward. Press forward here now with the hip. Pressing forward. It's very small movements. And then you step forward with the forward leg. You're just pressing forward, keeping that shoulder over the hip. And then keeping the arm in line with the trunk. Reach and lengthen. All the way over. And coming back down. Okay, and from there, we're just going to pop the ball in front. And we're just going to do some pelvic rocks with the ball. So holding the ball in front, leaning through the ball. I'm just going to rock. So opening up your knees so you get room for the bump. We're just going to rock forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Okay, and then coming up into high kneeling, just parking those knees underneath the hips, and we're going to press the ball forward, reach, 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 and coming down then for a big shoulder stretch here. And then stacking back up. Okay, so coming into a lunge position so that we can stand up again. Well done. Okay, so from there, we're just going to put the ball to one side. And I'm just going to take my top off because I'm feeling a bit warm now. Okay, so in this position, we're just going to do a little toe stretch. Okay, we're going to keep it a stretchy theme. So toes are pointed behind. And I'm just kind of letting the weight of my leg kind of relax into the front of the foot. So it's opening up the front of the foot. And I'm just kind of rolling the foot there from side to side. And then once I feel like I'm getting that stretch, I'm just going to shift more of my weight across to that leg. It's very subtle. Even if you're just shifting like another 1-2% over, you feel that deeper stretch across the front of the foot there. Good. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. So opening up the front of the foot. All the way. Sit. Well done. Okay. From there, I'm just going to grab a band and I'm going to do a little chest stretch. So in standing, holding the band so it's kind of greater than hip, the point where it's just taut, where your elbows are fully extended. Then we're going to lift the band up and over our head, pull on the band to clear the head and neck, and then let the band draw our shoulders back. Just be mindful that you're not letting your ribs pop out and your pelvis tilt forward. So tucking your tailbone under, ribs are down and in, and receive that stretch at the front of the chest. Popping the band up, a little side bend here with a band reach. I'm just going to do a few of those on both sides. So bending over to one side, pulling on the bottom band. Other side, pulling on the bottom band. That's it. Stuff. And two more. 1 and 2. Okay. So that's a chest stretch. Okay, so from there, we're going to come down into kneeling. So into high kneeling now. We're just going to do a little bit of biceps, a little bit of triceps. That's all. And then we're going to do more stretchy things. So kneeling on the band, holding the band in so that it's kind of at the level of your mid-thigh, and then from there, bicep curl up, slowly on the way down. So up for a count of 1, down for the count of 3. Nice and slowly on that eccentric part. Up for the count of 1, down for the count of 3. Up for 1, 3, 2, 1, and again. 3, 2, 1, and again. 3, 2, 1, and up we go. 3, 2, 1, again. And just 2 more. And last one. Okay. And then drawing the bands around the ribs. And then holding the band between your thumb and your index finger, just at the level of your chest, close to your chest. Bringing the hands up then to the back of the forehead, back of your hands to your forehead. And fully extending the arms. Good. Pushing out into the resistance of the band. Inhale as you release. Exhale as you push out. Neck stays nice and long. Chin tucked in. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Right. Okay, so from there, we're just going to pop down now onto our backs, okay? And we're just going to do some nice stretches on our backs. So we're going to use the bands. So holding the bands and wrapping the bands around the foot, nice and wide. And then rolling down onto our backs, kind of through our sides, nice and flat. Okay. Other leg is bent, neck is long, chin tucked in. Drawing your foot down towards your shin. That's it. Keeping your pelvis in neutral. So what I mean by that is your back isn't totally pressed in against the mat, and it's not totally arched. It's kind of in that in-between spot. Foot pulled up towards your shin, and then drawing the leg closer and closer. And closer. Bend the knee and straighten into that hamstring stretch. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Bend and straighten. And now we're just going to do some ankle pumps. And then we're going to do some leg circles. So bands come together, other arm comes out nice and wide, just to counterbalance. Dropping the leg out, down and around. Exhale back to center. Inhale. And exhale. Other leg stays really steady. Rolling that hip joint around. Thinking of that ball, rolling the ball around the socket. Controlling it with the muscles. So if you find this tough, just go with a smaller circle, okay? Especially if you have pelvic pain, just do a little circle, okay? If you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, go all the way out and all the way back in. And one more. And back. Super. Band nice and wide. Swap over to the other leg. Keeping the band wide across the balls of the feet. Okay, and we're going to do our hamstring again. So I have one band in each hand, neutral spine. Okay, so my back isn't squashed into the mat. It's not fully arched, kind of in that in-between spot. And then Using the band to draw the leg closer to my head. Receive the stretch there, hold it. Bend and straighten. Bend, straighten, bend and straighten. Bend, straighten, bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Good stuff. Okay, and then we're just going to one leg circle. Sorry, not one leg circle, pumps. Okay, and then sweeping the arms together. Arm comes out nice and wide. Inhale, down and around. And exhale back to center. Inhale. And exhale. Just one more. Okay, stitching that band there. Bring in for one little knee hug. Bring it around the side of the bump. Hugging it in. Okay, and then we're going to bring in the other leg. Just bringing both legs in around the side of the bump. And this time I'm just going to press, we are going to press that lower back down into the, opening up your lower back. Good, and we're just going to do a little knee circles. So you pop your hands at the top of your knees and you're just guiding the little circles. So when you do this, you can kind of feel how your pelvis can kind of tilt forward and back. So another way of doing it, which is a little bit better if you can keep your pelvis stable, is where you actually alternate the direction. So it can be a little bit tricky. So how I start off this in the classes, it's just kind of like this bike movement, like forward and back, alternate forward and back. And then once you feel like you've got that, you just add in this little kind of circular motion to it. So now your pelvis stays stable. But this is tricky. You have to concentrate when you're doing it. But that's okay. In order just to challenge your coordination a little bit. But it is a really nice hip mobilizer where you can't kind of bring in the pelvis to compensate. And it really is that point where you feel like areas of your hips where you maybe a bit stuck. Okay, well done. Okay, so from there, we're going to pop onto our sides. So nice and slowly, pushing through your elbows, pushing through your feet, and then rolling onto your side. I'm just going to pop one hand here underneath my head, just for my head and neck, and I'm stacking my hips. Okay, so I'm going to grab my ankle and just do a little quad stretch here while I'm here. So pressing the pubic bone forward, stretching the front of the quads. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to relax that leg, and we're just going to do an arm opening here as well, but an elbow opening. So we're just going to bring the fingers to the temple, and then take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to roll the head along. I let it fall onto the palm of my hands. And then opening up the elbow so the elbow touches the ground, or towards the ground. And back to center. Just do one more. Exhale as you roll. Inhale back to center. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to push up with your hand and your elbow on this side. We're going to come into hands and knees. Okay, taking your time as you roll around. And opening up the knees to give room for the bump. We're just going to sit back towards our heels, okay, and push the hands out, walking the fingers forward. Nice deep breath here. And then coming back into hands and knees, parking those wrists underneath the shoulders, elbow pits pointing forwards. We're just going to do our pelvic tilts. Neck is long, chin tucked in. Inhale as you release your bump, untucking your tailbone. And then exhale as you tuck your tailbone under and hug your bump in. Inhale, let it go. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Okay. From there, we're just going to pop over then to the other side, nice and slowly, rolling down onto our side on this side, popping the arm underneath the neck, stacking the hips at the front, grabbing the ankle, and then into that quad stretch. So as you can see, I didn't lie about this being a very stretchy class. Yeah, I think I was a bit overzealous yesterday with some weights at home. Kind of tweaked my back a small bit. Okay, and then from there, we're going to bring fingertips to the temple, take a breath in, and then as you exhale, rolling the head and bringing the elbow down towards the ground. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rolling. Back to center. And then from there, we're going to push up again. And as we push up, the bottom leg is going to come forward and the top leg is going to go behind. So now I'm kind of in this staggered mermaid position. And then I want you to find your behind foot, okay? So finding your behind foot, grab that ankle or grab the foot, whichever feels better. We're just going to do a little stretch over to there. And then popping the hand down, press forward through your hips and reach with the other arm. Coming back down again, sitting back down, bending over, and then reaching. And we're going to swap over to the other side, nice and slowly as we do this, bringing one leg in, and then swapping over to the other one that's behind. This can be a little bit tricky with pelvic pain. If you find it too difficult, you can come into an Indian position, Indian stretch, finding that behind leg first, and reach, and press, and reach, all the way over, and press, 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 press. Okay. Right, so from there, we're going to do a deep stretch for the hip, okay? So coming into hands and knees again. And you're going to bring one leg forward. Place the ankle in front of the other knee. Drop this knee down. Walk the back leg behind as far as it will go. Good. Just sitting, resting into this. Coming down then, if you, bump permitting, onto the elbows. You can stack your fists and rest your forehead on your fist. And then receive the stretch. Okay, and then from there, pressing up nice and slowly, curling the toes under behind and walking out of that. Now we're going to swap over to the other side. Bring the leg forward, place it in front of the other knee, drop that knee down, walk the leg back nice and long, and then stacking the fists and rest the forehead down. Receive the stretch there in the hip. And press it up. Okay, curl the toes under behind and walk out of that. Okay, all right, so from there we're going to do a down dog. Okay, so walking the hands forward a little bit, curl the toes underneath, and then you're going to press up, all the way up, and pressing the heels down into the mat. Press the mat away with the palms of your hands, untucking your tailbone as much as you can. And we're just going to do an alternate heel lift, receiving a calf stretch up the other leg, and then swapping over, over, and over, over, and one more. Good, and then we're coming down nice and slowly, and opening up the knees, walking the hands forward, pelvic rolls. Change direction. Forward and back now. Forward and back. Controlling this, don't go forward too much if you can't, keep the bump in. And back. Okay, coming up then, nice and slowly. And we're just going to do some exercise for our shoulder blades. So in our quad position, so hips are over the knees, shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, drop your chest down towards the mat, neck stays long, and press away. Shoulder blades together, press away. Shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. Press the shoulder blades. So shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. A few more. Keep the neck long. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. From there, we're just going to come up nice and slowly, taking your time. Okay, and we're just going to grab the ball again. And we're just going to finish up with just a neck stretch. So in sitting, just going to bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And then we're just going to place the arm on top of the ear. And then with the opposite arm, rotate your palm up towards the ceiling and lengthen away with the elbow. Keep your chin tucked in. And you can make this more of a nerve glide if you add in a wrist extension. Then you can come off it, wrist flexion. So extend the wrist, bend the wrist. Extend it back and bend it. Close your eyes and tune in where you feel that tension. Keep your neck long, like chin tucked in. Good. And back down again. And up nice and tall. Okay, other side. Place the arm here, chin tucked in. Lengthen through the arm. Extend the wrists and flex it. So extending and bending, extending and bending, extending and bending. Okay, and up nice and tall. And we're just going to do some unilateral shoulder glides, so one side only, other side, so nice shoulder rolls. Okay guys, so that was a really easy, stretchy class. Very easy. Sometimes that's just what we need. Okay, so thanks a million.